14 million displaced, 150,000 dead, a raging famine, and reports of genocide. This isn't a movie script, it is the reality of Sudan. The fall of al-Fasher to the RSF is the latest brutal chapter in the ongoing conflict in Sudan. Since the war began in April 2023, over 150,000 people have died and an estimated 14 million people have been forced to flee their homes. More than half of the population that has been displaced internally are not even adults. Imagine what the scale of such violence would be that it has pushed millions across Sudan's borders into different neighboring countries. To understand this issue, we must first look at the two forces tearing this nation apart and the core reasons behind their conflict. First is the Sudanese armed forces led by General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan. This is the official military controlling most of the north and the east, including the critical Red Sea port of Port Sudan. Its traditional structure gives it air power. Next is the Rapid Support Forces, led by General Mohammad Hamdan Dagalo, also known as Hemedti. This is a highly mobile paramilitary force of about 100,000 to 150,000 fighters. The RSF is notorious for ethnically targeted massacres, rape, and mass displacement, particularly in Darfur. At its core, the war is a vicious power struggle between the two leaders who were once allies. The initial trigger was the breakup of a fragile political transition after the 2019 ousting of longtime dictator Omar al-Bashir. The former president had come to power in a coup in 1989. The SAF is the country's traditional military, while the RSF is rooted in the notorious Arab majority Janjaweed militias used by Bashir's regime to commit atrocities against non-Arab communities like the Masalit in Darfur. Back to these two guys. The two generals jointly staged coup in 2021, but their partnership dissolved over a key issue: integrating the powerful 100,000 strong RSF into the regular army. The generals couldn't agree on who would lead this unified force, a dispute fueled by a desire to control Sudan's immense wealth, particularly its gold mines. More fundamentally, the conflict reignites deep historical tensions. This history of ethnic rivalry and competition for resources has exploded into a full-scale civil war. The reality is that the conflict in Sudan is not a forgotten war to the millions who have lost everything. The immediate call is for global pressure on both the SAF and the RSF to stop the violence, ensure humanitarian access, and prevent further famine and mass atrocities.